Listen, the Ten Commandments are the center and heart of the Torah in the Old Testament times. Many of them are still just as active and in force as they ever were. For example, you know it's wrong to commit adultery. Well, one of the Ten Commandments says that. You know it's wrong to steal. Jesus never, ever, ever abrogated those commandments. But when it comes to the fourth one, which says, remember Saturday or Sabbath as your holy day, that's a different matter. Because in the new covenant now, under which we are now, the new covenant which began with the teachings of Jesus, please note, Jesus is the first expositor. He begins to expound the new covenant, and Paul then expanded it more fully and developed it more. You'll find that the Christian people are not bound by the calendar of the Hebrew Bible. The best text for showing you that would be Colossians 2:16 and 17, where Paul said, don't let anybody criticize you, take you to charge, or to take you to task, I should say, in regard to three things: the annual festivals, the new moon, and the weekly Sabbath. Don't let anybody try to mess with you on those things, because they are collectively, all three items, they are a single shadow, and you don't want to go in the shadows. So that calendar of Israel has now become a spiritualized thing, and Jesus is your Sabbath, Jesus is your holy day, and Jesus is your new moon. So don't try to mix the old and the new covenants. The whole book of Galatians is the strongest possible warning about doing that. So the Ten Commandments, 9 of them at least, are repeated obviously in the New Testament. But the one about the calendar, the fourth commandment, has special treatment, and the strongest verses against any fuss over the Sabbath would be Colossians chapter 2, verses 16 and 17, where the calendar, all three parts of it, are said to be a single shadow. And what is the shadow being projected by? Jesus himself, the risen Christ, who is at the right hand of the Father now. He's your Sabbath, he's your holy day, he's your new moon. So you do not need to keep the fourth commandment and the other two festivals that go with it. That is void in the new covenant.